Snapchat story. This is
Yes.
back when I was, I must have been 21 or 22. So this was back in like 2010, 2011, 2012, like between 2010 and 2013. I was doing a lot of leasing back then. So people would come to me as like, Graham, they would find me from Craigslist and they would say, I want to rent a house. Can you show me houses in this price point? And I probably get like 10 or 15 emails a day from different people wanting to see leases. And I got an email from a group of like 3 or 4 roommates saying that like, hey, we want a house in Venice or Beverly Hills. We're not quite sure yet. We're all living together, but can you just show us all of these houses? And usually I think like roommates, I don't want to deal with roommates because usually what ends up happening, you waste a whole bunch of time. One of them doesn't like it. And then they all like, we're like, well, this guy doesn't like, so we're all going to start looking over here. And then what ends up happening, like a month later, they're like, oh, we just each got our separate spot. So roommates rarely ever work out. So I asked another agent to just show them around. And I did that. And I just honestly, I didn't follow up. But they would email me and say like, hey, we saw this place come up in Venice. Can you show it to us? Hey, we saw this place. And I just gave them to another agent. Didn't think anything of it. And then I run into that agent like a few weeks later. And he's like, Graham, those are really great clients you sent me. They're so cool. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're roommates. He's like, or I didn't say that because I didn't want to, but I'm like, oh yeah, they are. And it's like, yeah, I didn't realize that they're starting Snapchat or they're setting up their business of Snapchat in Venice. And it turned out, then I looked back, I was like, wait a second. So I looked back at them and it turned out it was like 4 guys, like one of the original, I don't know, I don't think it was Evan, but I think it was this other guy and like 3 others that they were living together in Venice looking to rent a house because they had set up that spot on like Ocean Avenue, like yeah. Exactly. But it was that when they were first starting up. Now all of them are billionaires. And then I saw like a few years later, they're all buying these like $5 and $6 million spots in Venice from that. But I just didn't take it seriously in the beginning. Wow. So that was my Snapchat story. Lesson learned.
So,
yeah.
You know what? Next time you think it's roommates, maybe it's co-founders.
Yeah.
And that's a huge,
never know.
yeah, it's a big upside here.
You never know. But